Hello, this is Mitch King with the Tuesday evening, October 13th, 2009 Daily Stock Report. The market had a slight down day today after an analyst downgraded the banking stocks that moved the indexes down for that first hour and spent most of the day climbing its way back, and many stocks went into the plus column toward the very end of the day. Hardly any change at the Nasdaq Composite here, as you can see on the chart, and S&P 500, hardly any change. We're likely to see an up day tomorrow after Intel's earnings were announced after the market today. And let's take a look at an intraday chart of that stock. Here you can see right here, this is where the close is actually closed right there. It was halted for about 15 minutes, gapped up about 6 or 7%, and then closed up. So the futures are up. The Asian markets are positively reacting to this. This is what the market was looking for some sort of positive, optimistic feeling. It looks like to me that this is going to be the opportunity for stocks to step up, make higher highs, and kind of gain some steam and surge up on an uptrend like we've been having. So we're going to go to higher highs this week, and it looks like to me that the earnings seasons are really going to be received well. The future earnings that are going to be released, if they're negative, probably won't affect the market as bad, especially if we have one or two other big name stocks like Intel, some larger companies that are been doing well, like Apple, for example, announced good earnings. Stocks are likely to continue to move up, so we're likely to hold on to our long positions through this run upwards. Here's Goldman Sachs, been a real strong stock, was down 1.5% at the open, downgraded by Meredith Whitney. She made a big name for herself about 9 months ago by downgrading a lot of the financial stocks last fall. Here's Goldman Sachs on the intraday chart. On an E-Trade chart, opened up, actually this was the close the previous day, opened down, and the previous opening Goldman Sachs was way up there. It opened down and closed somewhere right here, still down 1.5% for the day. Here's JP Morgan, which we got on a long scalp a little early, and it spent the whole day climbing up and ended up in the positive toward the end of the day. So it looks like to me the market's really strong, a lot of buyers on the sideline. I don't see a lot of fear in the market, but it's not extremely optimistic. There's enough fear to keep the market going and getting those skeptics off the sideline and into the market. This could last for a period of time, or weeks or more. And I think we just continue to ride the market up, and when the market turns down, we'll have plenty of time to get the signals to start selling out of our long positions. Just covering a few more stocks that we've got in our stock table. Here's FCX, Freeport-McMoRan, still continuing its uptrend. MasterCard's been on a strong uptrend here. Not sure how long this steep of a trend will continue. Could last a few days. But I think for you short-term traders, consider selling this out. And for the longer-term buy and hold crowd that could last for 2 or 3 months, it's very conceivable this continues to be moving up over a period of weeks. Housing stocks finally got going. Here's Toll Brothers up 3% today. D.R. Horton's also moved up about 2%. Don't have D.R. Horton anymore. But here's PHM. The technical indicators have been showing it's starting to move up here. It's taken a little more patience than I usually have. All the indicators are saying it's stock that should start going up. Here's CTXS. Should continue to move up tomorrow. It's a software. Intel's earnings are going to help move this sector as well. But it is a parabolic curve that usually can't be sustained on an ongoing basis to have that steep of an uptrend. So try to be careful if you're long this stock. Here's a couple new stocks. Here's the long intermediate stock idea that was posted yesterday. Here's Rhino, still going on a nice uptrend, up 4.6% today. A lot of time what I do with these, since I manage so many stocks and tend to have a lot of positions on a swings or intermediates, I'll buy these at the open at the market and just set alerts on above it and below it to let me know, as well as the trailing stop losses, what's happening with the stock. I try not to look at them too closely, because if you do during the day, here's what happens. You look at an intraday chart and you start thinking of all the places where you can buy and sell the stock, and pretty soon you turn into a day trade in these swing trades. So it's a common problem that I personally have, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. So don't look at those swing trades and stare at them all day. You'll talk yourself into selling them or trading and buying and selling, and you'll lose the big picture. It's kind of like you can't see the trees through the forest. So on those swing trades, don't look at them so much during the day. Now here's an aggressive, speculative type of trade, high risk, high reward. It's what I call a bull short. We haven't seen one for a while. Here's OPTT, really spiked up on the idea that Lockheed is going to use them for their ocean power, generate electricity through their ocean power technology. The way I'd handle this, oh, by the way, this only has 9.6 million shares in the float, which is not much. So you see the volume today of 2.77 million shares is about 25 to 30% of the float. So you got to be careful. It really moves. This stock really moves when you have a small float. And the way you play this is two ways. One is if it doesn't exceed this high that happened today, and that was $8.79. If it doesn't go above that and then starts turning down on the intraday chart, you can start opening a very small short position. The second way to play this is to let these go up, see if it goes up to a higher high above this $8.79. And if it does, just don't touch it until it peaks and then starts turning down. Then you can short it. A lot of times when you wait, of course, it is difficult to find the shares to short a stock. And if you've got a brokerage firm that allows you to short and be long at the same time, which is a boxed short position, you can have an equal number of shares long and short. You've still got the shares reserved in your account. And then when you want to short it, you sell your long position and you're instantly short. Just a few brokerage firms allow that. Kind of professional insider secret here. Very advanced technique, so you guys just starting out, I really don't recommend to do it. And always, for everybody, have a very small short position on these. Don't get leveraged and build a big position thinking you're going to hit a home run. Because what that does is adds a lot of emotions to you, and you can't make a lot of good decisions that way. So you guys know the routine. Put the odds in your favor. Don't get leveraged. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.